everybody, I'm Philip, and we are continuing on with the Marvel What If series. We are on episode 4, which catches us up to current time as of this recording. In the last episode, we had a little whodunit kind of thing. I'm going to leave it at that just in case you haven't seen it. Don't want to spoil anything. I enjoyed it very much. I've enjoyed all these. It's a very cool concept. Also, in the last episode, I had a setback on camera. So I wasn't sure if I was going to actually finish binging these in the same night or if I was going to hold off. I've had time to take some pain meds to ice it, and it hurts a lot. I look like I am a little lost for a second. My brain is a little foggy from the new pain that I'm feeling. But I am determined to finish this tonight, or get caught up, rather, tonight. I usually like to say two things in the beginning. One, it's super hot. It sucks. Number two, though, I am a casual Marvel fan. Boy. Yeah. I have not read the comics. My knowledge of Marvel is from secondhand sources and from the movies. I've seen almost all of them. So I'm not as knowledgeable about the intricacies and stuff as someone that would read the comics and whatnot. If I miss something or say something wrong or say something dumb, one, this is culprit. Number two, it's because I don't have all the knowledge. So please be a little lenient with me. If you would. So yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and soldier through this and see what episode 4 has in store for us. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Ripple across space and time, giving birth to
what are they going to do with
story.
Doctor Strange?
Heroes. What if the best of intentions has very strange consequences?
You promised me creme brulee.
I suspect we can do a little better than that.
Her voice
You should just
sounds
brush the
really
podium
familiar.
Like a contest. I would call that quite remarkable.
Well, I would say the same about you.
Ooh. Smooth operator. Oh. Oh, snap. Okay, they just sunk that far.
In this universe, Stephen Strange didn't lose his hands, but his heart. Grief.
We protect reality. We don't threaten it.
Nice.
And when the threat came,
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
yet despite all he'd gained,
Sorry, but this is now my favorite t-shirt.
Then I'm gonna have to take it back.
I suggest you join me before you do something reckless.
Not Stephen Strange.
Say the word, Christine, and I will give you the world.
Let me hear it. Well, this is shaping up to be a night to remember.
No, not again! No! Christine!
Dang.
Evening, handsome.
Your chariot awaits.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Isn't the bridge that way?
Taking a different route. It's okay, we'll be fine.
I was going to suggest that. Dang.
Including the death of one Dr. Christine Palmer. Palmer, an emergency.
You're the only thing that matters.
Are you having car trouble?
Why are you here?
To help you. Her death is an absolute point in time.
Absolute.
Unchangeable.
Oh. Ow.
the lost books.
Gain the power through the absorption of other beings. Absorption. Nice cape. But I draw the line at bugs.
Cool visual.
He wasn't even the only Doctor Strange in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to start the kettle.
What was in that whiskey?
I drew upon the power of the Dark Dimension to split the timeline, to split you.
I'm looking for the Lost Library.
Oh, that's not great.
Nope, it's not. Our powers are diluted, split between us. But once we become whole again, we can save her.
Told you, she doesn't understand. We love Christine.
This isn't love. Look at this.
Yep.
This is arrogance. This is our need to fix everything. It's what drove us to study the mystic arts in the first place.
And look where we are.
Like the music. Nice. Oh, wow. Oh.
You can't do this.
But we must.
No.
Oh, wow.
Christine.
I can fix this.
Ooh.
What is going on?
Yep.
You're a god. You can undo this.
I'm not a god, and neither are you.
Then punish me.
Wow.
Stephen? What did you do?
No, 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 no.
One choice, one moment, can destroy the entire universe.
Wow. Wow. Man. That was like when you play a game with multiple endings and you get the worst one. Which, I mean, I guess that applies to the episode. Multiple endings. Since Christine had to die multiple ways. That was really good. Like, I don't even know what to say. I feel like anything I say just wouldn't do it justice, because it was, it's like, what adjective do I pick? Powerful, profound. Those come to mind immediately. That was heavy. Sorry, I'm like I'm not like, you know, when you watch something and it moves you, get emotional, that kind of thing. I'm not like that. This is an interesting feeling because it was so immense and so heavy. It kind of just sits on you, and all you can do is just like carry the weight of it and feel it. And it's amazing what storytelling and stuff can do when it's done well. And all of these have been very good. I liked each one in its own way, but this one, like, I had no idea what it was about because I didn't even look. I'd only known the first three, the titles of the first three, and the fourth one I wanted it to be a surprise. Man, there's a lot to unpack. I talked in the last episode, and if you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, spoiler warning now for those, because I'm going to bring some of that stuff up. In the last episode, I talked about what grief and loss can do to someone. And this took that idea and went all the way with it. Whereas on the last one, Hank Pym was trying to destroy everything. In this one, Doctor Strange was trying to fix something and ended up destroying everything, literally. The fact that this timeline ends with Doctor Strange and his little crystal thing stuck, it makes you think, like, the grief he felt before at the loss of Christine has to pale in comparison to the grief he feels now at destroying the universe, that universe, because of, you know, being stubborn and ego and love. And it cost him everything. It cost everyone. It's just so damn powerful. This one's a freaking gut punch. His intentions were honorable, you know, and just like in the last one, I didn't blame Hank Pym for doing what he did and feeling what he felt. The loss of something can create such a cavernous hole inside of you that if you could, and you had the power to move the heavens and the earth and to rewrite time, would you? And would you sacrifice everything for the sake of that moment and that person and be so blinded by your own hubris and desire? And it's not all negative. It's, you know, blinded by love. I've said before in Doctor Who reviews, particularly in seasons 1 and 2, that love isn't always good, you know? It's held on this pedestal and it's romanticized. Love can be pain. Love can be regret. Love can be sadness. And that's what this episode was. And in the end, it was the ultimate sadness because, you know, what he wanted was more important than the inevitability of what was going to happen. And just to have him in there, in his little, almost like a little jail cell, saying I'm sorry over and over. Just damn. And you have to live with that. And then the Watcher can't do anything because the Watcher can't. Well, Watcher won't help. And not won't like, you won't help. No, he's not supposed to. You made this decision. You have to live with it now. You destroyed everything. It is your fault. You had to watch the woman you love not only die multiple times, but you were able to resurrect her. And you had to watch her die again in your arms because of what you did to bring her back. And then on top of that, the entire universe dies with her. You know, he would have traded everything to have that sadness and loss he felt before. Because now it's just grown exponentially. And yeah, I feel like I should be more articulate, or like I can't even blame this, like getting lost in my thoughts on, you know, the pain that I'm feeling from this, or the new pain rather. I'm always in pain. Like, this always hurts. Feels like somebody's stabbing me in the back of the head. On top of it all, I can't blame it on that. This is 100% just being kind of like shell shocked. It's such a, to put it in layman's terms, it's such a bummer. Ooh. All right, let's go to my notes. Y'all.
Philip's notes.
My second note was what grief will do to you. Because I wanted to talk about in the last episode, and boy, did I foreshadow that Well, not so much for I didn't know what I was getting myself into on that one. Once he started learning his powers, I wrote, does he learn to master his powers in 15 minutes like in the movie? Doctor Strange is another movie I really didn't care for. I didn't mind it, but it went way too fast. Way too fast, in my opinion. Yeah, I walked out of the theater being very disappointed. I can find things about Wonder Woman and Black Panther that I mentioned in previous episodes, especially the episode 2. I went more in depth about it. But Doctor Strange it's hard to find as much to defend it. The plot just felt like it was on fast forward. It was interesting to think about also fate versus destiny. Like I talked about when we were watching Loki. The idea of, what do you think your destiny is? He thought his destiny was with Christine, but fate was like, no. She's an absolute point. That is her fate. Your destiny is what you became after it. It's also interesting to think about as he kept trying over and over and over and over to save her, taking different routes, not going, not meeting her, which are all awesome. I like that they did that. That's what you would do. You would, okay, well, if me being there is the catalyst, remove myself from it, see what happens. And, she still died. But after you do that dozens and dozens of times, you're at your wit's end. So she's walking out of her place to meet you, and he's frazzled, and for good reason, because he's at his wit's end on how to fix it. So it just has to be interesting for her. She's walking out expecting to go to this thing with him, and he is just, standing there beside himself. Just the dichotomy of those two opposing things is very intriguing to think about. Spoiler for episode 1, if you haven't seen it, incoming. When Doctor Strange summons that tentacle monster, is that the same one that was in the first one that Captain Carter had to push back into the thing? Which I found out later is actually from the comic books. It's a demon or something. I like the line, there's a fine line between devotion and delusion, which again comes back to what I talked about love. How love can be good and bad. Since I'm not into the comics as much, I was wondering during the summoning part where you're summoning all those things and absorbing them, were there cool little things he summoned from the comics that maybe a comic book fan would have been like, whoa, cool. I thought there had to be a couple. If there were, let me know down in the comments below. I thought the visual of the almost like oil slick effect was really cool. Looked really neat. I think it's cool that the Ancient One fired at him. She split him in two so that 2 timelines could exist in the same universe. Really cool. Really, really cool. This should have been the plot of a movie. Can you imagine that? All this cool stuff happening, and then it ends like this. It would have easily been like the best Marvel ending, other than the time that Thanos snapped out half the universe. Don't at me on that one. You can if you want. This would have been an awesome sequel. Really awesome sequel. It was stronger, in my opinion. And I would love to have seen this played out in movie form with the same ending. That would just been so powerful. But I'm glad we got it here. At least we got it. Very cool that he was like this amalgamation of all the things he absorbed. I like that idea. And I really like the look of Evil Strange. Well, the cloak was more, it's almost like Disney villain evil. I thought they did a good job of making normal good guy Strange and then corrupted evil Strange. And I'm sure this is explained by the protection runes and all of that. But I thought it was interesting that regular Strange was somehow a match for the evil version. That it absorbed all those creatures. And was so powerful he could reverse an absolute point in time permanently. But I understood why. It was just at first I was kind of like, he can fix an absolute point in time. How are you standing toe to toe with him? But, it made sense and it was fine. It was just at first I was kind of like, eh? I did enjoy that brief standoff with the capes. Oh, that was cool. A lot of stuff, especially at the end, I'm talking about, bringing her back and she's evaporating, the universe is being destroyed. He has to watch her die again. He's trapped, and then the idea of one life, one choice can destroy the entire universe. That's how powerful this is. One life, one choice, the entirety of the universe, which is bigger than a lot of people think. As a lot of people don't think. That's a lot. A whole lot. And everything else in my notes is for my patrons over on Patreon. This was phenomenal. This is fantastic. Yeah. Like I just, what else can I say that I haven't said already or stared off into space? And just like, whoa. Like I feel like Keanu Reeves. Let me know what you thought of this one down below. Was this as powerful for you as it was for me? Like, did it leave you sitting there just kind of in shock? You know, this was weighty, and I like that. I like when everything's not a happy ending, and I like when I don't want to say I like when bad stuff happens because that's not true. Hats off to the people that wrote this. Very well done. I'm gonna go be in a fugue for a while, lost in my thoughts on this, and I'm gonna wrap this one up. As always, I don't have a fancy outro, so I'll simply say thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.